133, fresh, going up against Austin Desanto. And we talk about the 1-2 punch. He's really come into his own since transferring from Drexel and becoming a Hawkeye a couple of years ago, Jim.
Well, you know, he's gotten more physical since he's been at Iowa. You know, part of that's just a natural maturity, but also putting the work in. And, you know, he just is all energy, all getting after it, all moving forward. Near arm, far legs, that's how he likes to get started, but he's advanced his technical skills quite a bit since he's come to this program.
Ridge Lovett was highly recruited. He's a true freshman. He was 169-0 in high school, Post Falls, Idaho, a 4-time state champion, a Fargo Greco champion. He's going up against Desanto here, who's out to a 10-1 season so far.
Yeah, and I think the biggest mistake that some guys make against Desanto is they just try to go ahead and maybe slow him down in the beginning, and that really shouldn't be the goal, because as much as Desanto comes forward, there are openings to get your technique off, and you got to come out there with that type of attitude. You know, what scoring opportunities can I go ahead and put out there? But a lot of guys, they're worried about that gas tank in the third period, and they don't quite try to measure themselves. And here's Lovett trying to cut the corner, but this is where I think Desanto has gotten a lot better. He's shooting to that outside leg, head to the outside.
Welcome to those who just joined from the Indiana-Nebraska men's basketball game. Hawkeyes already out in front 5-0. You think, well, you missed a lot. Well, so did anybody that went out for ice cream, because Spencer Lee went out and tech-fouled Alex Thompson from Nebraska in the first period.
Did a nice job again, one takedown. They actually didn't get the takedown until 1:15 into the match. Thompson was battling pretty hard, but now Desanto on the prowl here. 1:30 left in this match.
Austin Desanto, the 133-pounder for the Hawkeyes, has a victory over the number 1 ranked Seth Gross right now. But when he won, Desanto went to number 1, and then then he wrestled him again at the Midlands, and Gross got the better of him.
Yeah, look for Desanto to go ahead and try to put the leg in right now. He set it up. There it is, right there. He clicks 2. You can see that opening up, coming up, and that's what he likes to do off of that left-handed single leg. He ended up being in that position because Lovett forced the whizzer. He walked right into a real strength there, and now there's a left-handed high crotch now in the near arm far leg, and this is where he does business right there. That's all.
Nice adjustment for 2 there.
Yeah. You mentioned the adjustment. He popped his head to the outside almost like he was ducking it.
Good look at Austin Desanto out in front of Ridge Lovett, a true freshman from Post Falls, Idaho, a 4-time state champion, 169-0, and he's in the lineup as a true freshman, highly recruited young man. Tough week. Went up against Gross last week, Seth Gross from Wisconsin, and now this week he's got the number 2 ranked Austin Desanto.
Well, you know, that's going to take you the fast track to the fork in the road. What I mean by that is that once I get to the fork in the road, am I going to do the work to become an All-American or national champion? There's no better way to find out than to go up against those guys.
Desanto out of Exeter High School in Pennsylvania, started at Drexel, transferred. All-American, 5th last year for the Hawkeyes.
Let's take a look at Desanto's second takedown here. He gets that near arm, actually it goes to the fireman's carry, but he switches the near arm far leg, and this is where he does business. Watch him duck his head out of that. Really well done.
Good mat savvy, kept his foot in, got the takedown.
But popping his head out like that, where he pressured in and coming back out like a duck, kind of peeking out of that position, well done. So, and you know, Lovett's done a pretty good job of tying up that left arm. See that elbow tie right there on the right hand against the left elbow of Desanto? That's the leg or the arm that Desanto likes to shoot with. And Desanto's trying to free it up. There, once he freed it up, so he pushed it away, got right to his shot. Now trying to go ahead and finish, having a little more difficulty with the range of Lovett. He just battles, comes out the back door.
2 more for Austin Desanto.
Again, Lovett did a nice job of getting that arm holding that arm up, but now he's got to be hunting for it again. Look for Desanto to come right back on it with free arms. See how he ties that up right there?
So they call the backing out. The Nebraska staff wants the pushing out. It's going to be one of three. Either continue the action or you're going to have a call for a stall against you for backing out or for pushing.
Yeah, I know, Tim, but you know better. It's only 2 or 3. You're not going to get that pushing out call. Rarely see that.
Desanto, one of many Hawkeyes that are undefeated in Big Ten duels. He's 10-0 in his career. Spencer Lee is now 17-0 in Big Ten duels and 14-0, never having lost in Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Working that, again, 2-on-1. Again, Lovett's been pretty well schooled on how to slow Austin Desanto down, but, this is where the conditioning starts taking over. And, his attack rate, I don't know what is he taking, maybe 12, 15 shots, it seems like?
Coming to short time in the end of the second period. Austin Desanto out with a 7-3 lead. There's Tom Brands rocking and rolling and liking what he sees from his 1-2 punch of Spencer Lee and Austin Desanto.
Red chooses top. 7-3.
There he is, Coach Brands, 14th season, 224 wins, going for his 225th win as a Hawkeye. Started at Virginia Tech as a head coach, but long-time Hawkeye assistant coach. Has had 3 NCAA championships as a coach, and of course he won 3 as a wrestler. Tom Brands, the head coach for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, Lovett's doing a nice job with that leg in. He's attacking the far arm right there. We'll see if he can bar it up. He's showing some pretty good endurance at this point with that assault that Desanto put him out on him for the first 5 minutes. And the guy who's fresh in this position is probably the guy in the bottom, but doing a good job of barring him up right there, trying to get that half Nelson. They're hand fighting down there.
Nice job of hand fighting by Desanto there as Ridge digs in to try to get that inside wrist.
Yeah, but he's trying to keep his elbows in right there. Now he's coming out with that. He should circle out all the way out and maybe do a head post sit out right there. Good job of.
He has hooked the leg there, flattened out Desanto now, and a nice ride. Over a minute of ride time for Ridge Lovett.
Look at the Nebraska bench. Boy, they are just totally into this. Everybody's up off their feet. They really like how their guys battling. Or across.
Big 35 seconds here for Ridge Lovett. Can he ride out the entire second period? A lot of pressure on top, putting Austin Desanto in a precarious situation here because that's a nice arm bar there. Looking for the double.
And he's really kind of taken the steam out of Desanto with that. Desanto's looked up at the clock right there, got his head on the mat. Oh.
Right there.
So potentially dangerous is why they stopped. J.R. Johnson stopped that for potentially dangerous. So a big 10 seconds here for both wrestlers. Good look at Austin Desanto, the All-American.
Desanto goes right down. And that was a momentum stopper there for the Hawkeyes, but a nice win for Desanto.
Great, gentlemen.
Nice win for Desanto. Nice third period for Ridge Lovett. 3 more points on the board for the Hawkeyes. And they're out front 8-0 now over Nebraska.